Hello, this is Susan Woods, your Black Lives Matter fraud investigator. Thank you for your time. I'm sure you've heard by now the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, led by Patrisse Khan Cullars, secretly purchased a $6 million home in Southern California in October of 2020. This is a very, very popular headline right now. Black Lives Matter purchases $6 million property with donation money. If you recall, in October 2020, the money was still flowing in to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation after the murder of George Floyd. So they were still getting millions and millions of dollars for a total of $90 million that they admit to receiving in 2020 in the wake of his death. So here's some more information about the secret $6 million Black Lives Matter home. Here are the details. The Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, under the leadership of Patrisse Khan Cullars, secretly purchased a swanky $5.8 million Southern California home with donated funds. The sprawling home is a 6,500 square foot Studio City compound, which boasts 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, a soundstage, music studio, pool, and parking for more than 20 cars. Diane Pascal, a local real estate developer with ties to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, created a shell company to purchase the home, or purchase the property rather, on October the 27th, 2020. A few days later, after the purchase, Pascal transferred the property to a limited liability company controlled by the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation in Delaware. I don't know if you remember or not, but in a few videos ago, I talked about how unscrupulous nonprofit organizations tend to register their nonprofits for some reason in the state of Delaware. Now, I'm not saying all nonprofits that register in Delaware are unscrupulous, but most of the unscrupulous ones register in Delaware. I don't know what it is about Delaware that draws dishonest people who manage nonprofit organizations. So the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation registered in the state of Delaware, even though they operate in California. And now they've established this shell company in Delaware. So here are the sources of this information. New York Magazine, April 4th, 2022. Vlad TV online article, April 6, 2022. And then the World Socialist, April 14th, 2022. As a reminder, here is Patrisse Khan Cullars. She is one of the 3 founders and the former executive director of the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And here is Diane, and I'm probably not pronouncing his name correctly, Pascal. This is the young man that set up the shell company, bought the property, and then moved everything to Delaware. This is the person that did all of that. Okay? This is the broker, if you will, that handled the $6 million or almost $6 million transaction to purchase the home, created the Shell LLC, and then moved everything to Delaware for the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. So they're busted, right? If you Google Black Lives Matter $6 million property or anything like that, you will see that there are several articles that I just printed, got a screen grab of some of the articles that are talking about this purchase because it was so audacious. So audacious. In 2020, that's when all of the money, the majority of the money came in after George Floyd was killed. People started just sending money to the BlackLivesMatter.com website. And Patrisse Khan Cullars at the time was the only person that was really managing the organization. Everybody else had left, and she had come back to manage. So this is what she approved. She approved of the purchase of this property, stating that they needed a place for the creatives to create. I don't even know what that means. Why do you need $6 million to do that? Again, the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation purchased a almost $6 million property with donation money. And here's some looks from the inside of the property. And this is provided by Redfin. Okay. Nice, isn't it? I guess this is clearly this is the kitchen area. Then you have the studio area. Again, I don't really know what the reason is for this property, but it's a nice studio setup here. Outside pool, backyard, very, very nice. And this is what she's saying, because people are really coming down on her and asking hard questions. And you saw the number of articles that I just shared with you about this whole situation. She's saying, this is Patrisse Cullars. She's saying, it is such a trip now to hear the term 990. I'm like, ugh, it's like triggering. I'm going to put a link in the description so that you can see the full video of her actually complaining about people asking for her to present a 990. You know, the Form 990 information return is what people use in order to be transparent about their financials. That's what all nonprofit organizations use or should use to show financial transparency and accountability. She says, just hearing the term 990, I'm like, ugh, it's like triggering. This is unbelievable. Her attitude is totally unbelievable. So I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to really dissect the articles that I've been reading about this whole fiasco, and I'm going to create short videos to highlight certain parts of it and to discuss those things. Again, in very short videos, because I could talk about this for hours at a time, and I know nobody wants to listen to that. So I'm going to break it up into short videos. I'm also going to go back to the Secretary of State of California. You might remember that the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation was supposed to send him a copy of the 2020 Form 990 information return to show transparency of all of the financial transactions that they made in 2020. And he gave them until April the 1st to get that documentation to his office. So I'm going to call the office and follow up to see if they received it and let you know. The second thing that I'm going to finish doing, I'm going to finish creating the video series on why Patrisse Khan Cullars gave $21.7 million to the LGBTQIA organizations. She divided $21.7 million among 30 LGBTQIA nonprofit organizations. And I had started doing a series on that. So I'm going to pick back up on that and try to explain why she decided to do that. But so far, Patrisse Khan Cullars has made the decision to just give away over $30 million out of the $90 million that they admit to generating or receiving in 2020. So again, stay tuned. More videos are coming, but I just wanted to let you know that here's the latest. The Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation purchased a $6 million home in Southern California for the purpose of the creatives to come and create. Thank you so much for your time and support. Have a great day.